It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the G-Men. All that and more coming up next.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and the direct ability to score points. At the end of the day, this is who can score the most points. And if you want to score points today, it's going to become by throwing the ball deep downfield as often as you can.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Juwan Jennings. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's taken in by Jennings. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. from the shotgun. It's Purdy. They're called in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he will dive into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Throwing on second down is Purdy. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. They run once more with McCaffrey. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Finding his tight end, Farrell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. Here's a run. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On second down, Purdy. Quick throw, taken in. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up fourth down.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on fourth and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, 49ers. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on fourth and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Moody now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Gray gonna return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Third down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Purdy on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
3rd down. Purdy. He's got his man. Complete to Pearsall. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Niners have the early advantage. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Slot receiver headed right. Here's Purdy again to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Caught. This is Ayuk.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll throw again with Purdy. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal.
A dive, and he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Gray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They go play action now. Wilson, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
On second down, Russ. This one is caught by Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Well, if that was a pickup on first or second down, you'd be thrilled. But here on third and long, just doesn't quite get enough to pick up the first down, and it's going to bring up fourth.
And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Giants are on the board now here in this second quarter. Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. First and 10. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's second and 6. from the shotgun. It's Purdy. This a mess on the offensive end. He goes out of bounds. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on that play.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
On third down, here's McCaffrey. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. On fourth down, here comes the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Throwing is Wilson. Now he takes, the ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Now a screen set up for Tracy. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught at the 3. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants are back within 2 scores.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top, as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Slayton is the man in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
A run here with Tracy on second down. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short. Purdy. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run here with McCaffrey. We'll get this to about midfield. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Russ. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Wilson. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he will score. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, New York. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Giants are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd down and 8. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Purdy works out of the pistol. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Taking off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Purdy. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. That one good for a dozen and a very quick 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get...
And he will score! Game on! Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores or am I score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. Second down and 3. A give from McCaffrey running right. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. A carry here for Tracy. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Giants. Wilson. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's second and 2. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The Niners offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here with McCaffrey. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll motion a tight end right. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Finding his tight end, Farrell. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd and 7. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. They'll break the huddle. coming up now for 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's McCaffrey. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They proved much the best in this one. To get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.